Will Robbins here, back again with another edition of our Athlete Empowered Player of the Week. This is the alumni edition. We have Miss Kaley Lyons back after a stellar freshman year down at IU Kokomo.
Thank you.
Started as a freshman. That's a nice little accolade. You had Setter of the Week, Conference Setter of the Week. What else? Tell me how the season went. What did the first year wrap up to be?
We were undefeated in conference. I think it was like 19 or 21-0. And then when we were undefeated out of conference as well. And then we had our first loss to IWU. That was tough because we were undefeated, but we got to the national tournament and we had our first win ever there. So that was very cool.
School history.
Yeah,
first
school
win
history.
ever. Wow.
Yeah.
So not only so conference setter of the week, you end up being first team all conference too.
Yeah.
Then you help your team get to its first national tournament. First win. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell me, what was it like making that jump from high school to college? Any big differences?
One of the hardest things for me was I set the ball too tight. So my hardest difference was keeping the ball off the net. But other than that, I had a lot of, it depends on what you're wanting for your college experience. I wanted school to be my first priority, but I also wanted to be able to play and start and make an impact on the team my freshman year.
Snort.
And so I had a lot of free time to do my schoolwork, and volleyball was definitely a priority, but my first priority was school.
Yeah. So big differences with school, getting used to just the level of play. Obviously had to make some adjustments to your game.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with school, time management, getting into, did you do anything with your major this year?
Honestly, time management really wasn't an issue for me because in high school I always had a big load for school, in volleyball obviously. But for my major I think I had 3 classes in my first semester that were for my major, and then 2 were just kind of fillers. And then second semester they were all for my major.
Yeah, which is finance?
Finance and accounting.
Finance and accounting. Yeah, well I know just sometimes, people having to deal with the workload of college and having to manage your own time, not necessarily being in a structured environment sometimes can create issues. But obviously as an athlete, you're used to a big workload and having to really balance your time out to be able to fit everything in.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're pretty efficient at that. So just thinking through, just kind of your career, what are some of the things that inspired you? Do you have a famous quote? Do you have, a mindset that's really stuck with you, something that's really pushed you that you could share with your empowered family?
Honestly, my time here was very helpful to propel me to be where I am today in volleyball and school. One of my favorite quotes is, "Your talent is God's gift to you, but what you do with your talent is your gift back to God."
Yeah, so making sure you're maximizing your full potential, and how else can you show your appreciation to God than to use all the gifts and talents He's given you? I love that quote. That's something that we try to use here to try to remind our athletes that that's part of our duty. Just as human beings, is to use all of our gifts and talents to our greatest ability, to show our appreciation to God, but also to our family, to our parents, and especially for all the time even that they invest into driving us to practice, to tournaments, and paying dues and stuff like that. I feel like that's our obligation as athletes, to give our all, to really show our appreciation for all those who made it possible for us to be there. That's a phenomenal quote, and great to really inspire the younger kids. And so talk about, I guess even your career here. How has some of our coaches here, our program, how did that help prepare you for college and everything that you had to deal with at the college level?
A lot actually. I had you for my 18s year. That was probably my favorite year. Sorry, Ashlee, if you're listening to this. But not only were we really good, but we all had so much fun all the time, and we were always trying to make each other better. Yeah. And that was one of my favorite years. Yeah,
this is a group of like-minded athletes who, everybody wanted to be the best, and everybody pushed each other.
Yeah.
And it got along great, and that doesn't always happen.
Right.
At the club level or college and even professional. We have people that you don't get along with, but we had a good 18s group that yeah, not only we're good athletes, but good friends too. So that was always a blessing. But yeah, and that's what, from a club standpoint, we want to always, we always have the family that, I know a lot of people use it in the club world or even in the sport world is kind of a catchphrase. But we really, try to live by it, and I know you've had family, you still got a sister who's here, you had a cousin who played the same time you did. We really do try to make sure, we make this a family environment and kind of make this a home. And, it sounds like you've kind of found that home, at IUK. And yeah, we wish you, the best of luck and all the success in the world. And so I guess in leaving and departing with our empowered family, what's one thing that you can let us know, something we don't know about you, something you can enlighten the empowered family, a fun fact about you?
I had to get stitches my freshman year because I was cutting an avocado and it slipped and cut my hand open.
Not only cut it, but then had to do stitches and then play. How
4
quickly?
stitches.
How quickly did you have to play? Within like a day or two, right?
Yeah, I skipped practice that day because...
Took the day off.
Yeah, I took the day off, and then the next day I think I did like setting on the wall, and then the next day we had a game.
And you were
so
playing.
We taped it up, yep.
Taped it up and had to go. Even up to the first round of the national tournament, you still had stitches?
I think so. I don't really remember. I think so.
Dates, Regardless, you had a cut on your hand. And it's kind of, your hands are kind of valuable as a setter.
It's kind of what I do.
Yeah, you kind of need those. I mean, at least most of them.
Right.
I guess you maybe lose a finger.
It's fine.
So being back home here with the club, I mean, I get to see you, you're in the gym, you're getting some extra reps. We talked about how, the club helped prepare you for college, and now you're getting the college experience. Talk about how, now you can use that college experience to be able to give back to the kids. And, you're helping out with the Setters Clinic. So you're being able to come back and use some of those experiences to even be able to help the next generation. So what's that been like, being able to help out here at the club and coach?
It's been really fun. I get to be with Ashlee, and we get to do my favorite thing, setting. But I really like to help the younger kids because, not younger, but yeah.
Well, they're younger.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I like to help the younger kids. Yeah, I like to help the younger kids because I like to. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm helping them get better.
Yeah, you're giving back. You're using some of your God-given talents and gifts to be able to help the next generation. And that's honestly why we do what we do. I mean, we've accomplished everything that we wanted to accomplish as athletes. And so now I tell people I get more satisfaction out of watching some of our young athletes succeed than I ever did winning anything, any national tournament or whatever. And so yeah, there's no greater feeling in the world than giving back to somebody and helping them to be more successful. And so that is something fun we like to do for our empowered family. And whether it's some of our older girls when they're juniors and seniors, helping out with volley tots and the real little kids, or some of our alumni like yourself coming back from college. It's always great to have you guys while you're home for the summer. You get a little job, a little money in your pocket, but you also get to give back and kind of inspire the next generation. And some of you guys, like you, I have no doubt, will be a great coach, and even down the road we'll do something with volleyball, I'm sure. So it's always good to give you guys a little opportunity to get started and get some experience. So it's been great having you home, and we wish you the best this season as you head back to IU Kokomo here pretty shortly. And so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kaley Lyons, your Empowered Athlete Player of the Week. See, that wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
You survived.
I mean, I probably could have expounded more, but that's okay.
Yeah, I expected more out of you, Kaley. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.